Hi guys, I'm Karen McCullough, and we have the litter from Willow and Hazel that we wanted to showcase here today. This is a past puppy that was out of Willow and Champ, so full sibs to little Babe, and we have her as our little pet here at home. She is only about 4 pounds, so she looked identical to this little baby when she was a baby. So if you want to know what little Babe is going to look like, there you go. She might be a bit bigger than what Bitsy is. I would say that Bitsy probably would be in the World Guinness Book of Records for the smallest Pomsky ever. And it's so funny because when we do pictures or live videos, she puts her ears down and acts all goofy, don't you? I'm Bitsy. She's like, what? Are you kidding? Me? No way. You think you're going to protect her? All right, Drew, do you want to take little Bitsy? Come here. Come here to the edge. Okay, now we'll talk about little Babe. So Babe is out of Willow and Champ, and she's just a tiny little girl, smallest in the litter. And I think she'll probably be maybe a little bit bigger than Bitsy that you just seen, but won't be much bigger than her. And she's going to have one blue eye, looks like, and one brown eye is what we're predicting right now. So that is little Babe. Where are you going? Huh? And she's the explorer, actually. It's funny. In the litter, she's the smallest one, but she's the one that explores the most. So if you want to get another one, Maddie. So that is little Babe. And there's 5 girls in Willow and Champ's litter. And we also do have a litter that we're going to do at the same time, which is out of Hazel. And Willow and Hazel are full sisters. So, all right. This one here, is she the smaller one, Maddie? Mm-hmm. Okay, this is little Bliss. And she is the smaller of the blues. Eye color on these blue girls, right now, we're not going to call eye color for sure because sometimes the blues turn, the blue coated puppies turn out that they end up having green eyes. And that's what we're suspecting probably is going to be the case on this little blue girl. But time will tell. Right now they do have a blue tinge in them, but they didn't flash red eye when we did the red eye test. So we're not sure yet. So this little girl is Bliss, and she is going to have a coat like her mom, I would say, like Willow, and which is a woolly coat, but not a real thick woolly coat. So a little easier to keep care of probably than the real thick woolly coats. Maddie, if you just want to leave her up here and then we'll talk about the next one and then we can compare the 3 of them. Okay, so this little girl is probably the same size as the one we're going to talk about next. And her name, oh, maybe a little bit smaller. Her name is Bo, sorry. And she is the lighter colored blue. You can see the difference between the 2 coats. And she's just a little bit lighter than what the little girl that we just talked about, Bliss, and the one that we're going to talk about next. So she's, I guess, the medium size of the 3 girls. We're guessing probably that Bo is going to be probably around 15 pounds, and little Bliss is probably going to be 10 to 15, and then the last one that we're going to do, if you want to go get her, Maddie. So this one here is Bo, the lighter colored blue. The last one that we are going to do of the blues, her name is Bianca. And she's the chunkier of the 3. She says, oh, I don't want to be on camera again. We just did pictures of these little guys. So you can see the difference in the colors of coat between the 3. And then if I can bring her forward. Come here, babe. Come here. Okay, then you can kind of get a size on them too. Not a whole lot of difference between these 2. So I'd think that Bianca, the one that we just added here in the middle, the darker blue out of the 2 bigger girls, I would say she'll probably be around 20 pounds, maybe. As you can see, They're extremely chunky little things right now. So it's always a little bit difficult to gauge what size they're going to be until once they get moving around. All three of the girls right now are showing just a little bit of blue in their eyes, but didn't flash red eye, so we're guessing they're either going to be green or else brown. Hey cutie, are you posing? That is little Bo. Then we've got Bianca. She's like, you talking about me? And then we have the little girl Bliss. So there's the three blue girls. All right, we have one girl left to talk about in the litter. You want to... Maddie will get... Here you go. Maddie will get the little white girl in the litter. And this little girl is pretty interesting, actually, because her name is Bunny, and she actually will carry the blue gene. So what we call it is a cream-colored blue, or a blue girl covered up with cream, because when she was born, her little ears were blue, and her nose and her lips were blue, and so we haven't got the DNA back on her yet, but in the past is what we've seen. So I guess there is a small chance that we are wrong. But just the way she looked when she was born, we're pretty sure that she carries the blue gene. Hey, cutie. Yeah. And she's one of the smaller ones in the litter. She's a little bit bigger than Babe. So I'm guessing her probably be around 10 pounds is what I would say as an adult. And she's showing to have 2 brown eyes. All right, so that completes Willow's litter. And then we have the pups out of Hazel's litter, which Hazel and Willow are full sisters, and the sire on these is Champ for both litters. So quite a bit genetically the same, actually. So this is the little girl, and her name is Cammie, and she is a chocolate, and she is showing to have 2 blue eyes, and she has the beautiful husky markings and the blaze. And then you can see her coat, kind of a cinnamon color, real pretty. I think she's either going to be probably a plush. I would say she'll probably be a plush. And there's not a whole lot of difference between the standard and the plush coat, but just usually the hair around their tail and around their eyes is usually, around their face, kind of like their mane almost, you'd say, is where it tends to be a bit longer. But her mom is a plush and not a real long plush. She would be definitely classified as a shorter plush, just maybe pushed into the plush category and not a standard. So that's what we're thinking on her. And she is the only little girl in this litter. And all of these girls that we talked about so far are available, but we are holding 2 of them. We're holding Bianca and Bo to decide whether we want to keep one of them back. So we're waiting on DNA on them. And as you can tell, these guys haven't missed too many meals either. There's only 3 in this litter, and Mom is used to raising 7 puppies, and she does a really good job as a mommy. So, okay, this is our little black and white guy, and he is showing to have 1 blue eye and 1 brown eye. His name is Cesar. And he is a beautiful little pup. Just awesome shading on this guy. And we had a pup that looked just like him last litter. It was a female, and we regret not keeping her. She has turned out phenomenally. So, yeah. Are you beautiful? He's like, what's that noise? So these little guys, their ears are just opening. Their eyes are open now, but they're just starting to hear things. So everything's a little bit sharp to them, and their eyesight's not real great. So they might be able to hear a few noises, and that's why they kind of whine around and wonder what those noises are. We're guessing him and Cammie that we just put down. off the table. These two are probably going to be around 15 pounds, 20 pounds, I would say, judging from the last litter. But they are chunky, so it's still a little bit wondering. And he's probably going to have a longer plush coat. Wouldn't you think, Maddie? Mm-hmm. Longer plush or shorter woolly he'll fall into. All right, that little guy was available. Cesar. Or sorry, Cyrus. Did I call him Cesar at the beginning? Okay. So, that was Cyrus. And this guy here is Cesar. I even have a cheat note right beside me, guys, and I still messed that deal up. So this little guy is our little blue boy, and he has found his new home. So he is not available. He is showing to have blue in both eyes, but I'm not sure if it'll be a party eye or what it'll be. And also, being that he is the blue colored coat, they could turn green. We're not sure. It's kind of tricky and deceiving on the blues with the blue colored coats with the blue eyes. It takes a while to find out if they're going to turn green or not. So he is probably the most outgoing little guy in the litter and the cuddliest little guy, aren't you? And he looks like, to me, he's going to have a woolly coat. A shorter woolly. Yeah. Hey, buddy. Well, that completes our video. So if you are interested in any of the puppies that we talked about earlier, this guy actually is the only one that is truly spoken for already. And the other ones in the beginning of the video are still available. So if you're interested in finding out more information on them, you can visit our website, which is www.mainaimranchdogs.com. And like I said, these guys are just about 4 weeks old, so just starting to barely move around, and they'll really, really change in the next couple weeks and start, some of that little puppy fat will come off and really start developing. Well, we always pray about where our puppies go. We are located in southern Iowa, so if you are interested in one of our puppies and want to reach out to us and find out more information, we'd love to visit with you. We just put it in God's hands to find the perfect homes for them. This little guy here is going to a breeder, so I'm pretty excited to see what he'll produce, because he is pretty gorgeous and perfect for a blue. So if you want more information on the ones that are available, reach out to us, and God bless you all, and have a beautiful day.